Welcome back to the Road to Arceus, a series where I am trying to hit the max rank in the Pokemon trading card game live. With our first week out of the way, we ended in about Ho-Ho League, and we are currently in the Necrozma League, currently sitting at 815 points, which feels pretty good. It feels like the highest I've ever been. And in this video, we are trying out another meta-relevant deck, probably one of the most popular in the format, one of the new archetypes, that is Turbo Hands. I did name this deck Future Box on the deck creator, but I think it's more accurately Turbo Hands, because this deck is all about powering up Iron Hands to be able to amp you very much for possibly up to 200 damage, which is just absurd that you could be potentially taking 3 prizes by hitting that much. So the deck is a lot of fun. It goes fast. And it seems like it is the best answer to Lugia at the moment. Obviously, Lugia is still a very beatable deck. It does Lugia things, but this deck, being weakness to Lugia, you can amp a Lugia for 3 prizes pretty easily. So I think it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. I still am on the Arctina train. A lot of what you guys see here in the last week was Arctina, but I did play Future Hands for the end of this little stint, and it's fun. It's a fun deck. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys are looking for any new Temporal Forces products or Masquerade Twilight, head over to Rare Candy and use code Menace at checkout and save yourself 10% off for all new customers. So enjoy the video, guys, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Our opponent wins the toss. They're going to go first. We'll take second. We will take second. We want to be able to either pick Accelerate or hit the Iron Hands. I'm reversing Lugia, which I would say statistically this deck should beat, but you never know. You never know. Iron Hands, an energy. So let's see. Potentially, we don't even need to take 3 prizes. We're okay just hitting the arm press onto Lugia. We're okay with that, but we need to hit 2 off the generator. If we don't hit 2 off the generator, it was all for what? We do have a second chance at generator, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So we potentially could, we actually could amp you very much this Lugia for 3 prizes on turn 1, which would feel really good. Now, if we can't do that for whatever reason, then we need to just hope that our opponent doesn't throw away 2 Archeops on this turn. I feel like if they throw away 2 Archeops, we just saw one, then this deck could get out of hand very quickly. Minccino, the Minccino-Cinccino rat line is a very big force to reckon with. 1 Archeops. Does he have the second one? Maybe 3, like that's what he's got to grab here, right? Oh no, he grabs a Minccino. I guess you want the Minccino on the bench turn 1. So. But if we can kill this Lugia, which I feel like he's going to grab a second one right now, then we're in good shot. Oh no, he goes for the double Minccino. Killing Lugia, obviously, whether it's an amp or a arm press, is really good, and they don't actually really know what we're playing, so they might be a little upset in a couple seconds, but I think we Generator first. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. Should have thinned the deck with this first. Just sucks. Let's grab a generator plus this. Oh, come on, man. It's so disappointing. Guess we do that. Pokégear, grab bosses. Sure, why not? Restart for not a generator. Man, dude, the generators suck sometimes, but like I feel like in this deck they just hurt. They just hurt me so much. We have set ourselves up for a decent turn 2, but like just think about the potential that we could have had right there if we would have just been able to hit 1 and 1. 1 and 1. We kill this Lugia. We prevent it from turning into a Lugia V-Star. Prevent it from getting the Archeops out. We just win the game. You just win the game. Now, if they can't do much here on turn 2, we still could just win the game. We get judged. Okay. Opens the door for him a little bit. Research. Not bad for us. But we definitely still have a really good position because this has 100 on it. We can still take 3 prizes. Read the Wind. Nice. I think that's game. I think that just has to be game. It's just that's a Lugia start. That's like a textbook Lugia start. Gonna attach Nest Ball for another crown, because why the hell not? Research. Heavy Baton. I probably actually should have another iron hand on the bench, but we're living like that today. And this just has to be game, man. It's 3 prizes. You have 2 Minchinos on the bench that are just sitting there helpless. There's not a way to do anything with them. I can just press my big iron hands things against their small rat faces, and it feels bad. This thing's hurt me too much in the past. I think I'm harboring some resentment towards it already, but I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't know what our opponent does here. Yeah, just kind of feels like it has to be game. And I was gonna say what's even great about this is if he plays another Lugia, I actually can just Arven Prime Catcher into Mew. It's like, never mind. He heard me. Boss's orders. Never mind. It's even better. It's actually even better. We just win the game. I Iono me out of my Prime Catcher play into a boss play. And I think realistically this deck, this Turbo Hands deck is the one thing for Lugia that feels the worst, right? Just because of this. But a relatively quick and dominating game. Let's go ahead and find another one because I want to get into a little bit of a longer match with this and kind of see what else this deck can do. So let's find another one. We win the toss. Tails never fails, baby. And we will obviously pass it off to our opponent. So last game, we saw us trying to smack a Lugia in the face. This game, I'll just start hands. Not great. And we're reversing. Interesting. Okay. Arceus, Pidgeot, and Meowscarada. I have honestly, I've been curious about Meowscarada, not so much with Arceus and Pidgeot, but more like Iron Valiant. I don't know if it's gonna be viable at all, but I do kind of want to test it and see how it functions. But it is an interesting deck. 2 Sprigatitos. Honestly, kind of thought I'd see a Pidgey. Guess if you have a Nest Ball, then sure. Oh no, that was with a Alakazam. And he doesn't actually necessarily have weakness to anything, but he can still do a good amount of damage. There's not much we can do on turn 1 here. I don't think Vacuum does anything. Does Techno Radar even do anything? I guess we should. Actually, just do this, I think. Not much we could do, but if we could potentially get this Miraidon into the active, whether we find a capsule, then maybe we can, do a little bit. But they have the turn 2 Arceus V-Star, which always feels so good. Always feels so good playing, coming from someone who plays Arceus a good amount now. That turn 2 Arceus V-Star feels great. And I assume we're going to see an attack this turn onto our face for 180 damage. Which then, if that's the case, we probably just need a Heavy Baton to save some of this energy, but let's see. Two cards that can accelerate energy between Trinity, Nova, and Peak Acceleration. The difference is that this actually does not put energy onto anything on their deck, right? So while it hits for 180 and it's nice, you can't actually accelerate energy that way. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this card in this deck. I think playing Pidgeot is probably more than enough, but actually they're probably not even going to use it to attack. I'm just assuming they would. They're just going to set up Meowscarada. What does this hit for again? 100 plus 120. Actually, wait, can they KO this turn? Oh, that would be insane. They actually might be able to take a KO this turn. They Alakazam 10 damage up. Oh, they can't. Well, they might be able to at some point. So, Boss's Orders is not really the card we were looking for. I think we're just going to attach and then Boss Alakazam. Maybe I should have Baton there in the off chance that he gets around it, but with 2 cards, I don't know. Just doesn't feel like he's going to get there. Especially because he didn't play a supporter last turn. But we do have an Ampy very much KO onto this because of Iron Crown. So if he wants to just throw Grass Energy at us, he's more than welcome to. Is this only bench Pokemon? Yeah, it's only bench Pokemon. And it is damage counters. So interesting enough that Jirachi would turn this off. Oh, wait, are we in danger? I should have Batoned. No, don't kill me, please. No, there's no way. No way you have a switch. Okay, I was going to say, bro. I was going to say, that would be insane. Pokégear, give us something. Arven or Iono. Iono helps him. Arven is so much better for us. Yeah, Arven is so much better for us. But what is the play here with Arven now? That's the question. That's the question. We could just attach. Yeah. Do we Generator here? Does Prime Catcher help us any bit? Could kill Sprigatito with Miraidon. Do we just Generator? If we Generator and Whiff, it's going to feel so bad. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. If we Generator and Whiff, I'm going to be so upset. Retreat. Attach. Generator. They don't Whiff, but like, it's just not as good as I would have hoped it would have been. Attach. We have another energy for here, and then we have Heavy Baton here as well. So a little bit of spread love. We're both just like down on cards, man. We're both just struggling. But I can't Iono there. I just give them too much power of more cards. And we know that they don't have a switch card. We know that they probably have nothing. So another Generator. Okay. I actually think because we're probably just going to attack this turn. If your opponent's Pokemon already has damage counters on it, this does 100. I don't think this really helps us in this matchup. You're weak to grass. We're not picking up you. Just grab another one. We have the KO. Or maybe we just blow her here. No, killing Alakazam is actually massive. Hold on, wait. Killing Alakazam is actually really big. We're just going to get third hands. Screw it. Baton. Peak Acceleration. Now we probably just share the love between these four. We have 2 hands ready to just, Thank you very much. We kill the Alakazam, which is massive. He needs like a super rod or something. you can't scratching nails. You can scratching nails these, right? But actually scratching, you can't even kill Miraidon, which is great. 160, 180, 200, 220 is the number that we hit for with arm press. So if we can just set up Miraidon here to do a little bit of damage on a Masquerada, then we can kind of go big. Boss's orders, research, more booster capsules. No way to get damage on Miraidon. I think we live, which feels good, which means we can set up this Masquerada to potentially get Ampy very much. He's just going to retreat to kill the Miraidon. Not a bad idea. We can boss, and I feel like bossing. Do we boss this and take 2 prizes? Let's just take a look at how much. Generator 2. I swear I've not hit 2 yet with this deck. We do 200 at the moment. 220 if I drop another. Crown. 240. So we definitely don't have a KO. We can boss, take 2 prizes on Florgato, and then try to set up a 3 prizer here, and just prevent this from becoming another Masquerada. Probably the best play. I'm leaving this space open for something. I probably should put Mew here, actually. Wouldn't be that bad of an idea. And as long as he doesn't have a way to get Heavy Baton off, which I feel like a lot of decks in this format are going to run Lost Vacuums, then we can at least move this energy here and have 2 hands kind of ready to swing. And then we just potentially try to set up a 3 prize trade. But they obviously only run 4 DTEs. We have 2 DTEs already gone. There's the attach. And Masquerada is going to be... Oh. We get their Alakazam back. No. He already attached return, so we won't lose this Iron Hands yet. So I think what we do, I think we just arm press this thing. Yeah, I think we just arm press this thing. I think we Nest Ball for Mew. We attach the boosters to some Pokemon just so we don't end up, getting stuck into the active or anything like that. Oh, he did have enough to KO. Right. 180. Yeah, 240. Okay. Right. Okay. Down to 3 prizes. And we're probably just playing off of a Prime Switcher. That's kind of where we're at. Drop you, 220, 240, 260. Yeah, so we're still short a little bit. Actually, I think we just hold the Arven. I think we drop Mew. I think we do this. And then let's save this just in the off chance that, our opponent tries to boss something to prevent something. 240. Arm press. We play around the Arven for the Prime Switcher to take the 3 prizes. I think that's where we're at. And then we have 2 Iron Hands. Both ready to go. Actually, we could have dropped this anyway because if we're planning to Prime Switcher, it wouldn't have mattered. But whatever. It would have been fine. Obviously, our opponent has to retreat. But they can't take 3 prizes this turn. And if we don't get Iono'd, then we're okay. I guess worst case scenario is we get Iono'd and he kills my Mew. It's like the worst case scenario. But I think outside of that, I think we're A-okay. Vacuum. Iono's the big one. If we don't lose Iono, we're cooking. We're fine. I mean, if we don't get Iono'd. Oh, Roxanne. Roxanne's actually worse. Oh! We get the Prime Catcher. No way. Okay, well. That was a wave of emotions. I was like, don't Iono me. And then they Roxanne me, which was worse. Oh, man. I went through it right there. But that will be GG. And I think like that's really the biggest part about this deck is you can really just tee things up with Miraidon, with whatever you want. And then you can just amp you very much for 140, 160, 180, 200s possibly. And just take 3 prizes very, very like easily onto these V-Star, VEX decks, and don't even need to go through Meowscarada. 310 is not a number that we need to worry about, and we can just go ahead. We hit the Arven anyway; it wouldn't have mattered. Prime Catcher into the hands, and be very much 180, 3 prizes to take the win. So feels good. Feels like it's an annoying deck to play against. We thought Iron Hands was annoying when it released. We just had to wait a couple sets or 1 set actually, to see it at its full peak. So thank you so much for watching. With this win, we are at, drumroll please, 815 points, pushing the Lugia League. So that feels really cool. This is probably in general one of the highest I've been, even outside of the changes, right? So I know that they did make it a little bit easier to win. You get some more points, but whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I got a new video for you guys on Saturday. New deck we're going to try out. So I'll see you then, and take care.